YouTube? It's your boy TJDaKid back with another video, but we got another one. This is called, let me move my camera. This is called He Made $1 Million Shot and They Didn't Pay Him. Bro got scammed by the NBA itself.
You see this guy right here?
Look at
this is Don Calhoun.
Not sub count, but
he's
like,
a big Bulls fan.
98% of y'all not sub to my YouTube, bro.
Entire life.
Y'all watching, bro, just subscribe, bro. It's easy, bro. Comment what y'all want me to react to next, bro. Comment how was y'all day, bro? Just let me know, bro. I feel like we reacted to this shot before. I ain't lying, bro. Like, Rev, why did you just push my mans like that, though? Like, what's up, man?
Don just hit a shot from 80 feet out.
We seen this shot before, though.
3/4 court shot.
I ain't know, bro, got scammed.
For nailing this absolute bomb, $1 million. He can't believe it. Fans
like,
erupt.
how much?
Don joins the
$800
Bulls as they celebrate his victory.
Taxes
Michael Jordan throws his arm around Don and congratulates him. Good shot, kid. Don had
Why
just
is
done
he
the
smacking
impossible,
his ass?
and with the game ball in one hand, $1 million check in the other, Don Calhoun did it. He was set. Except he wasn't. Due to a technicality in the rules of this contest, the insurance company that was required to make the payoff claimed they simply didn't have to pay the man. Don hit $1 million shot for absolutely nothing.
Nah, bro, that tough. Like that, huh? So it's bro, it's basically it's all for show, bro. Like, so none of them be getting paid, or like it was just this specific. Okay.
Ever offer such a prize for making a single three-pointer? Except they did. Back in the 90s, during NBA All-Star Weekend, the league and a sponsoring company such as Foot Locker, American Express, Sony would host a contest for fans, the NBA's $1 million shot. It was one of the most anticipated side events of the entire weekend, and out of the millions of fans who entered to win a shot, only one would be chosen to take it. Get selected, make a three-pointer, win $1 million.
Make a three-pointer? What? Huh?
4 lucky contestants that were selected.
I ain't lie. We seen this vid too. I ain't see these. I feel like I seen both of these vids.
Only one would be chosen to take it. Get selected, make a three-pointer, win $1 million.
I do remember
An
this.
opportunity of a lifetime for
this is one that missed a shot, and I was on
over the 4 years that the NBA hosted the contest. And to aid them in their quest for $1 million shot, each contestant was joined by a former or active NBA player to give them pointers and advice. In 1996, among the 6 million entries, 17-year-old Demetrius Houston was selected to take the $1 million shot.
Bet he not from Houston.
By his side and 17,000 fans looking.
I ain't lying, I would have shot at the right wing, bro. The right, like wing. I feel like that's my hot spot.
He clanks it off the backboard. Gervin tells the kid not to worry about it, but I'm sure he did. In 1997, a man named Jim Valente was selected to take the $1 million shot. His host and mentor for the event,
he looked like he eat hot dogs.
Robertson, a man who literally never made a three-pointer in his entire NBA career. But Jim was focused. It was his wife's birthday, and what better birthday gift than $1 million check?
No, buddy.
So Jim
should have been in the gym.
He's ready. The ways in which he'll spend the $1 million already.
He was a hooper.
I'll get that Corvette I've always wanted. That sure look good in a Rolex. We could really use it.
But he got caught on the field. He should have stayed in the gym. I remember what a little Daryl said.
Or maybe you'll get nothing. After the shot, Craig Sager asked Jim about his experience. $1 million gone. What went wrong, Jim?
Look at Craig Sager, bro.
How did you feel at the time? What went wrong? I think I just pushed it a little bit right.
Didn't it go left though from his angle? Like it went right on our side, but left on his.
A contestant named Sol Holkman was selected to take the shot, and for the first time in the contest history,
he hit it. Oh, he hit the rim.
Actually,
hit the rim.
Hit the rim. Another year, another $1 million miss.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You would think, bro, if it's for $1 million, bro, you should be in a gym.
Shot events.
Like your life depend on it, bro.
Started it all in 1995.
Like you know you finna get out here and hoop, bro. Like
16-year-old Mike Hoban. For weeks leading up to the contest, Mike spent 2 hours a day, every day.
Bro, 2 hours, bro.
Accompanied by
look at it.
Marley.
Bullshit, this nigga shot, bro.
Going through the most meticulous shooting routine you'll ever see in your life, Mike prepares his shot by, quote, becoming one with the basket. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if he pulled a microscope out and studied the hoop to better his odds. Now he's taking phantom shots. His routine is becoming more unhinged by the second. But it
That's why he lost. They didn't show us all this the first time.
Watching him live
I seen that his whole family was like watching.
Unfold.
And like it's crazy because like if he hit this shot, bro, none of y'all getting none of that, bro. Like this is mine. Like what are you talking about?
What if you could do SEO smarter and faster?
Maybe I'm talking to him.
He lines up the shot. He shoots. And misses the rim by 2 feet.
Just sad.
An air ball. The poor kid is devastated.
You should
Friends
be
and family
devastated.
are stunned. All the while, the commentator of the event doing his best to help, but instead just pours on a slew of more disappointment in the process.
So young Mike Holden has missed his shot at $1 million. The good news is, though, he doesn't win money, doesn't become a pro, and his college scholarship hopes stay alive. He'll go back to be the post-up player for his junior varsity team.
After
Oh
the shot,
my
Sam
gosh.
interviews the kid, where he has the bright idea of just asking for one more shot.
I wasn't really in that zone I wanted to be in, but, you know, one more shot.
No, buddy.
I'd like one more shot.
Get one shot at $1 million, buddy.
Another shot.
You'd like one more shot, wouldn't you? Mike never got another shot.
Yeah, you ain't even hit the
Contestants,
rim.
$1 million on the line for 1 3-pointer and 0
That
wins.
clearly went left from his angle. Why did he say right?
It's pretty remarkable that no one hit their $1 million shot, because countless fans and contestants have hit much more difficult shots for far less money. We've all seen these contests unfold in person. A fan gets randomly chosen out of the stands to come down and try to hit a half-court shot. The prize money nowhere near $1 million. Usually the
At
prize
all.
is $10,000 or maybe $20,000 or
Maybe
a
even
car.
50.
This Mavericks fan hit a layup, a free throw, a 3-pointer, and a half-court shot in sequence without missing. An anomaly of events in this context. His reward for the incredible feat,
$5,000.
$3,000 worth of gift cards to a local furniture
Oh
store.
my
But it
gosh,
gets
I
worse,
would be
because
so
at a Mavs game a few years
fucking heated. 3,000 at the dump? Man. Tell Mark Cuban to pull up right now, bro. We gotta squash this out
gift
right
cards to a
now,
local
bro.
furniture store.
Catch these
But it
tens,
gets
bro.
worse, because at a Mavs game a few years later, this woman was put to the task of sinking a half-court shot. She's rocking the dirt gear, she's feeling
She
good,
got that dirt
beautiful
on.
form, and drills
Hey!
the shot. Nothing but net. What was her prize for pulling this off, you ask? A
$1,000.
65-inch flat-screen TV. Absolutely appalling. This guy managed to drill a half-court shot at a Blazers game years ago and won round-trip tickets to anywhere of his choice. A pretty unlikely shot from the guy, but far from impossible. What is impossible, however, is the fact that another fan hit the same exact shot 30 seconds later. It's clear that some people actually make these shots. So what would happen if someone actually did hit $1 million shot? What if
Mo
instead of
get
showing off some
scammed.
gift cards
Scammer
or
get
flat-screen
scammed, buddy.
TV, a team had to actually hand over a 7-figure check to one lucky fan?
I mean, it really ain't 7 figures once tax get involved. No one can hit
It's
that
April
check.
14th, 1993. The Bulls are facing the Heat in Chicago.
It was
The Bulls are on a
3/4 of the
roll
court,
coming
though.
into
They
the
usually
matchup
be
on a
half court.
3-game win streak. By halftime,
3/4 of the
Chicago
court
was
is
up
kinda
by
tough.
14. Jordan is killing the Heat. 22 points in the first half. It's a great time for home fans as usual. But the real spectacle is about to take place. Throughout the 93 season, the Bulls hosted a promotion for their fans. Among the 18,000 fans in attendance for any given home game, one lucky individual
One
would
lucky
be chosen to
individual,
shoot a
bro.
3/4
I'm putting
court
that two,
shot
but talking
to
about
win
one.
$1 million. At the time, and to this day even, $1 million cash prize for such an event is unheard of. But the odds of such a shot going in are so astronomically unlikely that the Bulls and the insurance company that would be responsible for paying out the prize money felt comfortable running the event anyways. Leading up to that Heat matchup, 19 lucky fans had attempted the halftime $1 million shot. Of the 19, 2 hit the backboard, 16 were air balls, and just 1 even hit the rim.
3/4 of the
An
court
estimate of a
is
fan
tough,
chosen at
though.
random hitting this shot, less than 1%. And so a member of the Bulls organization went into the crowd and selected a 23-year-old local by the name of Don Calhoun. The reason for selecting him,
but
his
I
shoes
don't
wouldn't
play
scuff
for
up the
Atlanta.
floor. Hopeful, but understanding the slim odds that he faced, Don walked down to the court and prepared to take his shot. A fun halftime gimmick, something to keep the fans involved. They just slapped $1 million on there to get everyone excited, but no one will ever hit the shot anyways. Chris Hammond, vice
He
president
launched it
of
like a
SCA
quarterback, too.
Promotions, a leader in the promotional contest industry, looks back on the shot saying, "The perfect contest is like the most tempting carnival game. Just feasible enough to make people think they can do it while actually being extremely difficult. You could have Steph Curry out there and still make money."
No.
Well, Mr. Hammond, it's time to pay up.
He threw that motherfucker like, huh? He threw that motherfucker like Tom Brady, boy. Ref, stop touching me, bro.
Just won $1 million here at Chicago Stadium. And for Don Calhoun of Bloomington, Illinois, a $1 million.
The ref's still touching this man. Like, stop touching me, 2-9.
To ever happen on an NBA court, Don Calhoun
Look
drove
at
an 80-foot
him.
shot.
Yo, he think he getting some of this bread. That's what it is. 2-9 and it's 2-9. 2-9 think he getting some of that bread, bro. That's what it is.
Even the ref of the game comes over.
He ain't even getting the bread.
The man just did the impossible. $1 million. That's more than half the guys on this roster made that year. And with the job complete, Don heads over to snap a photo with the check in one hand and the game ball in the other. He did it. At least that's what he thought.
Scammer get scammed, buddy.
These promotions are combed through meticulously by some of the best.
Old Spice shampoo smells great and helps keep your hair thick
Old
and
Spice
healthy.
move. I get angry.
We get it. Back to school is real. But with our gummies, little ones can settle down.
Best lawyers money can buy. The rules and restrictions are tight. Break one of them and you can kiss those winnings goodbye. Don Calhoun broke one of the rules.
What did he
Not
do?
intentionally or anything, but among the stipulations of this promotion, one of them states that the contestant could not have played organized basketball within 5
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Are you serious? Bro, they got a random fan out of the stands, bro. I guarantee they did not ask, bro, have you played organized basketball in the last 5 years, bro?
years of the contest. And just 3 years prior to this contest, Don was a member of the Triton Community Basketball team. The contest people knew this. Don acknowledged this by marking the information on the contest form. But the contest people shrugged it off and gave him the shot.
What? So he did tell him it. Oh! That's crazy, bro.
Anyways, the insurance people, however, did not. To them, it was a clear breach of the rules. Don should have never been selected in the first place. And so the insurance company of the event disqualified Don out of his shot and out of his $1 million. When news broke that the now local legend would not be receiving his money, fans were livid. As reports on the event grew, fan outrage grew with it. And within a week, the Bulls organization was under so much local pressure that they held a press conference announcing that they actually had a change of heart and they would pay up. A very strange and inexplicable decision considering their stance just a few days prior.
20 annual, $50
million split into 20 payments over the next 20 years. His first check for $50,000 was sent out that week. Technically, rules were broken, but Don was getting paid, and he had no idea how or why. A year after his miraculous shot, Don heard that Michael Jordan would be in the area for one of his son's basketball games. A perfect opportunity.
MJ stepped up. MJ was the father that stepped
Don
up.
showed up to the game in search of Michael, but with security flocking the NBA star, no fans were getting anywhere near him. But Don wasn't just an ordinary fan. He's the guy who hit the $1 million shot. Jordan recognized him in the stands and had security bring him over after the game. And with his ball in hand, hoping to get an autograph,
He probably
Don
bet, bro,
Michael,
for $1 million.
but MJ
I
didn't
ain't
call him
gonna
over
lie.
to give him
You
an
know he
autograph.
like to gamble.
Instead, he had to ask Don a question. Did you get your money? A year after the Bulls had their change of heart and decided to pay him his money, Don finally got an answer why. Turns out the insurance company wasn't the one who paid Don. They never intended to. After hearing about what the insurance company was trying
Jordan was the one that paid him.
to pull, Michael Jordan, along with other players on the Bulls, told ownership they needed to pay up. And so the organization did,
Yeah.
out of their own pockets. Legally, the parties involved were within their rights to void the payments altogether, but Michael felt like what they were doing wasn't right.
At
and so
all.
he made it right. If it wasn't for Michael approaching ownership, and
Hey, bro,
demanding
this
they
why
pay Don
MJ is
his
the
money,
GOAT,
he would
bruh.
have never seen a cent of that $1 million.
Bro, do you
So it turns
MJ
out that
fans
even
love
if
me
it was
now? But I
for
called him the
a
GOAT
brief
for this,
moment,
bro.
Don Calhoun was a part of
I
the
know y'all be
Bulls.
getting on my
Seeking
head,
nothing in
bro.
return, Michael and the rest of the players looked out for Don. Oh, and that autograph Don wanted, a couple weeks later, he got that too. So what happens if someone actually makes one of those inconceivable $1 million shots?
You gonna get scammed.
Well, one way or another, they get paid.
Man, WMJ in the comment section, bro. Fucking GOAT, man.